live again after some technical difficulties. Endy versus DK. DK deciding to pick Lupus. Hoping for a good match today.
Set.
Oh, yes.
Go.
I'm sure we'll get one.
DK with a bit of a better line here, grab both yellows and get the default over the super jump. And he's going to waste no time getting that next gem, but misses the blast up, and that's going to be a blue going over to DK. You can probably blast up for the yellow, and he's going to take that. And 7-point lead for DK, which amounts to double points at this stage. He's going to get default for the super jump again, so this is putting DK in a good spot for these next couple spawns. The blue is going to appear. I think DK is going to value the rest of the spawn over it, though, which does add up to more than 5 points, so well done by him. And he's going to respawn down here. Opts to not pick up the last red there. DK going to blast up, sit next to the blue, and the blue is going to spawn above his head. He has a super jump. He's going to get that first, and Endy fails to get up, so already a pretty big lead building here for DK, and he falls. DK also falls down intentionally to get the super jump, but that's going to be a yellow on offer, and he's going to get back up here and take it, though. The blue's going to spawn right next to DK, but he didn't go for it. I don't know if he didn't see it there, or truly just thinks it would have been more points for jumping down here. Very unconventional
I feel like
strategy.
he saw that Endy was right above it.
Yeah. And he's super speed up here. Not quite. I think if he used the super speed into the right part of that, he would have been able to. I'm going to go for the respawn of you. So get him up here. So nicely done by him to recognize the time for that. But Endy has started to gain a little bit on DK's advantage as we're almost halfway through the game now. Still holding at around 16 points.
Going back to that little trim trick, you need to super speed into... Oh!
DK gets the blue, can't stay on. Everything else goes to Endy. And I'm not even sure DK meant to taunt there. Oh, things are starting to swing back to Endy. And we're going up top here again. DK this time has the super jump ready to go, but he can't stay on, and he will be able to with a nice trim jump and lead now almost down to 5 with Endy having superior positioning.
Rather than I'm streaming, I have to actually...
And the blue gonna spawn right on top of Endy. DK can't get up there. Well, he can, but he falls back down. And if you know anything about DK, is that he starts out really well, but once he starts to lose momentum, it can be really a struggle to close out games. And he's gonna get another blue. It's now 5-3 in blues. And it's gonna respawn again, and he's right above it. They're gonna share that one. Endy falling off and falling down, though. DK with a better job to stay on. And he's gonna go get this super jump. These blues have spawned a lot so far. This is gonna be a great spawn on top of DK, so starting to recoup some of the losses after Endy closes this game. 5-point lead now. And the top blue is here again. They're both going to jump up here, and DK gets it to himself just barely. That is absolutely massive for him.
Perfect airtime from DK.
And it's back.
And he has a gyro.
And he has a gyro. Super jump coming in from DK right now, and he's going to get it uncontested again, tying it up the blues 6-6. Let's see if Endy has anything left in the tank. He's going to be slammed down by the platform there. DK sitting up here with no power up, going to decide with the extra time to go get the super jump, and he gets his own and uses it immediately, praying for a top blue to spawn for his chances in this game to stay alive, but it's going to be the lower blue. They're going to share that one, nicely done by both players to get there. And he's going to get the better respawn, and he's in a much better position for this next spawn, but he's actually going up to the top, banking his chances on top blue. If it comes, and he will win this game, and there it is! Wow, that is so unfortunate for DK. Can he do anything? It's a 1-point game. Who can stay in control here? And Endy's flying up. DK's waiting by the last red. DK going to pick up the last red. And DK wins the game at 1 point. Wow, what an ending to that one. Absolutely insane Lupus match.
Incredible showing.
That has to be the best Lupus game that has ever been played.
Oh, yes. Without a doubt. The amount of blues... DK decided to finish things off with the, I guess what will now be known as the Turk strat on Cragmire, but he actually pulls it off to great effect. I have no doubt that if he rushed that last red, Endy would probably have time for a yellow to win the game.
Definitely. A very good presence of mind to realize that DK was not going to have, or that Endy was not going to have come back for that last red, because if he did, that could have been disastrous.
Yeah. So a very narrow win on Lupus.
Very strong mental resilience there from DK to lose a 20-point lead, be down 10, and then somehow bring it back in the dying moments of that game.
Yeah.
That's not something I've seen a lot from DK, so that really tells me that he's here to play with a chance to win today.
I guess it's not just a momentum thing.
Waiting now on Endy's pick.
The fact that it says Open Division Champion for Super Jump being the most picked up power up is actually hilarious.
Endy with the Zenith pull.
Let me make sure he hasn't picked this.
Do you want to double check?
Yeah, I am right now.
All right.
Looks like we're good, actually. So I think DK is seeing this coming just a little bit.
This is one of his best maps, Endy, that is.
Well, no reason to hold it now. This is the last match of the regular season for both of these players. You really see in the player traits just how prioritized that new super jump
This is
was.
the server's full. Open up another spot.
Oh, oops. My bad. I thought me and DK were going to play some friendly games.
Not my bad. I guess it was. I'm taking the hit for you.
Wow, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Wait, no. Okay. Here we go on Zenith.
Ready, set, go.
And go for the super speed. That does not work out for him, though. And with a beautiful try hit, saves the super speed to absolutely decimate the spawn. And going to be much closer to this next spawn as well, just devouring it with that Mega Marvel. Absolute insane play from him on these first couple spawns. Okay, gonna hope for a blue. Not to be... I think they share that yellow, actually.
Oh. DK stuck in the trenches.
He does get out with a super speed. And it's a nice lead for Endy. DK's going to bet his hopes on a blue yet again. We're going to be seeing this throughout the game. Committing super speed there. We'll see. I don't think that'll be a good respawn for Endy. DK does get something back and out of respawn. He has the super speed though, that's going to be very nicely chained with the gyrocopter. And he's really just a master of chaining power-ups at opportune times when he plays, and this is definitely a map where that can yield great results.
Ooh. Bit of a risky last red pays off with the gyrocopter in tow. I guess it was that
DK doesn't even get the yellow, a bit of a float there with the Mega Launch.
Oof.
Yeah, quite a big lead here, 21
Absolute
points
mastery.
already. If DK is to win this game, he's going to need to get a little bit of luck with these blues that he's betting on, as well as
and if you're Endy, if I'm Endy, I would go up and camp every blue with him just to not give him any chances.
Yeah, cover off all your bases, because that's really the way that DK wins this game without Endy is playing right now. It's not even close between these two.
DK's first. Oh no!
Yeah, this time to the jump. That is so easy to do on Zenith. That's a very difficult traversal to make.
DK comes in with a Mega. It's going to run out.
Once again, he has power advantage. Yeah, very unfortunate bounce off the trim there. And as always, sniping that yellow, definitely a good use of your time since it respawns you very forgivingly.
Oh, yeah. Almost a 40-point advantage with 2 minutes to play.
Yeah, this is an absolute massacre so far. I think DK just needs to let this one go, think about his next pick, and
yeah, just not let it get to his head.
He knew it was going to be a very tall task winning on any of these picks.
Yeah. It's always a tall task winning against somebody. He's right up there with Frostfire and MBO, I would say, is the best Zenith players.
Yeah, definitely.
Oof. Fortunate ice reversal. DK does have the mechanical skill set to be good at a map like this. He just probably needs more time. More time playing.
Zenith has a lot of like specific power-up positioning and respawn knowledge that you really need to master as well. So
yeah,
that definitely separates it out from a lot of the other simpler Endy maps. Endy's just having a fun time. Dropping the war visit. I'm not sure that you got owned was intended.
I don't think that was intentional. Oh. Yeah.
Oh, entire spawn goes to DK there. Wow, he's having a fun time. DK started to chance some stuff for fun as well. Result was pretty much decided in the first minute of this one.
Yeah, not much to say. Brilliant performance from Endy.
Yeah, incredible stuff from him. And DK's gonna be very sorry that he didn't have to use this one up against this Drox. I think the good news for DK though is I'm not sure what else Endy has in his back pocket that's as dominant as that map is going to be for him. He's already spent stuff like architecture and I think prophetic as well. I could be wrong about that.
That's true.
Yeah, he has used prophetic, so.
Endy pointing out that this is a rare Zenith match without one blue.
Yeah, that definitely didn't help DK's case.
Although with how Endy was prepped, oh, we're going to hills, right?
Yep.
Okay.
DK saying the worst game I've ever played in my life.
I don't think that's true.
Certainly not.
All right. Time for another pick.
Yeah, DK's second pick.
Skate Park Square. Probably a map that DK has spent more time on, I would imagine, but Endy also does have the skill set for it. It's going to be interesting to see if Endy knows. The tech things with this map are a bit more subtle.
Yeah, it's also very positioning heavy, but there's a lot of opportunity for power-up chaining, which Endy is very good at.
Yes, there's power-up chaining. I think DK just has to hope that Endy somehow... that a lot of top spawns appear and that Endy is just not properly prepared for them, because the tricky thing is to be prepared for either a top spawn or a pipe spawn.
Ready, Set.
at all times.
Yeah.
And that
Maybe off the bat going to be an advantage for, you would think,
Ooh.
Endy, but actually DK is the one that comes out of top, and this early momentum could be a great move for him. He plays very well when he has a lead. And he's going to get a big head start to this spawn, though, basically equalizing him with the entire spawn.
not a particularly powerful spawn. DK's blast,
There's another blast
And even-
effect.
great power up chain.
Yeah, DK knocks over Endy there, but it's only going to be for a couple rounds.
Oh,
Respawns up top, was that one?
yeah, he respawned right up top.
That's a little unfortunate there for DK then.
Both of them should have a good shot at this spawn.
Yeah, it's very unusual for one player to get both yellows if they're arriving at the same time, but I think Endy is going to do that there. Into the blue right in front of Endy. DK's got to shake that one off. There was not really a whole lot he could have done there. Technically better positioning for Endy though. Next one,
Okay, prepping
quite
with
far.
blast.
See what
Neither
Endy
of
can do with the gyro.
Ah,
He's just going to go for the one yellow, so that's actually going to be a better spawn for DK by one red.
and he prepping with super jump. That could go in well with these pipe spawns. A little unnecessary to spend the blast.
Yeah, Endy wins that one by 1 or 2.
DK, oh,
And blue up top. Endy's up there and waiting. Disaster
Got
for
the
DK. Has really just not had the luck go his way so far. He's won a lot of these minor spawns, but they don't pay enough points to be equalizing blues up top like that. And he goes for an ambitious yellow steal there, but can't make it land.
yeah.
You can see the game's basically even outside of the two blues that are just basically been in front of Endy the entire time.
Yeah. DK is basically going to tie up the game now with
Fantastic
this.
line by DK to get everything.
Yeah.
He's very close to this spawn, and DK doesn't overcommit wisely, so he's going to be able to trade back a lot of this. And it's a very close game. Halfway through, quite
Oh
close
my
to a tie now.
I really did not like that super speed.
And we're staying right here, and he's going to get the yellow, so a bit better for him. Overall, DK's probably lost about 2 points in this sequence of goal spawns. Maybe a little further on this, DK's going to be coming out of the trench. I think DK going for a preemptive blast there in case Endy was behind him, but he was not that close. And now DK going to be without a great power up for this.
Lands on the blast.
Oh, Mega Marble coming out from Endy.
Doesn't do much.
Yeah, not huge. And DK's going to go into the height, pick up the super speed. And going for a blast over one red again. He needs to get this blue. Both players on their way up, and they're going to share it. That's crucial for DK to stay in this game.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a desperation blast on the previous spawn. Another pipe spawn.
Yeah, DK is close enough that he can win this game, but he's going to have to keep his head in it and not make any overzealous plays. Let's see if he can make it up here. He's going to
Not
actually...
the right pipe angle. I would have used the other pipe, the other slope.
Yeah, exactly. He is going to stop some of the bleeding by getting that other yellow, but this is time off the clock. He's got to make up 11 points somewhere. And he's going to camp the blue. That could pay dividends here. Not quite going to, with another meaningless swan in the trench.
Oof. Unable to get a super speed to recover. Still does a nice little accidental corner hit.
Yeah, the DK needs something a lot better than this pretty quickly now.
Yeah.
And he, of course, is going to get here extremely quickly. Not the best super speed recovery on that one. But DK does win that spawn by a minute amount. And he has a super speed. That should be an easy blue for him. And that might be what seals it here. He's going to miss the yellow, so we'll see what DK can fight back on this spawn.
Game on striking distance.
And we have another blue. If DK gets this, but he's going to hit the bar. He gets it alone. Okay, that's something. And suddenly he's back within 7 points.
Point game.
And I believe they both have the super jump. And DK tried to blast Endy there. I'm not sure if it landed or not. Endy much better routing to get both yellows here. And as long as Endy stays close to DK, it's going to be very hard for DK to win. And that's doubly true with this bowl spawn yet again. Endy's not going to be one to camp this, though. If DK can get up here and get some yellows, he can keep it in play for the final spawn. They share that one. He's going to pick up all of this. And it's not a blue. DK would need everything that he can see in his eyes, and it's not going to be enough. Endy barely hangs on at the end of that game. And definitely started off quite well with those blues that let him carry it to victory.
Yeah. Seemed like DK really had a great opportunity with that blast on the upper bridge if he was just a little bit more patient.
Yeah, he didn't have to spend it too early because on that top section, when your opponent goes for the edge, you can really time it, so there's not much they can do.
Oh, yeah. Very curious what we're going to see for the last pick.
I don't think Endy himself knows. Sprawl, I have to check again that he hasn't picked this one already. And it looks like he hasn't. So, okay, Sprawl and Zenith coming out.
Sprawl.
This one I would expect Endy to also be very favored on.
DK is going to have to play an airtight positional game.
He's going to have to play the best Sprawl game of his life, I have to imagine.
Yeah. But especially to neutralize some of the, absurd lines that Endy is surely going to come up with.
Looks like Wilches is asking for me to stream. It might not be better quality, though. I'll stream and let you decide whether you want you guys or mine.
What's wrong with my stream? Is it?
I don't know. We also need to start the game. Your host.
Oh,
or give me a...
Lol. Okay.
Oh, we have some romance brewing.
Alright. Should I get rid of the stream?
Up to you. I mean, it's not hurting anything, probably. You also need to turn on comp mode.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
No reply here from DK. Unreciprocated romance as he's attempting to lock in and bring us to a game 5.
All right.
Ready, set, go.
Going for the gyro sweep. Only going to be 3 points though, so despite getting to the spawn first, DK may be in a better position to capitalize on this, especially with that spawn point from Endy. Oh, beautiful play for DK. I have never thought of doing that in my life, and he's going to get a 6-point lead.
I've definitely thought of doing that, but it's very hard to pull off.
Looks like that blast actually connected too. Both of them committed a super speed inside. DK actually went with it out. Endy left without a super speed. Sharp play from him so far. Not going to have a great line to this spawn though. This should be a lot going away to Endy. Can super speed back. They're both going to share that, but Endy's closed it a little bit. This should be a very good spawn for Endy now. 3 yellows.
So far, DK playing Sprawl or Endy playing Sprawl the old-fashioned way, not defaulting over there.
And here comes the blue. DK's charging it, and I think they share. Yes, they do share it. That was very important for DK to get there with the Mega Marble, and he does. So basically a tie game. Oh, DK overshoots it! That's got to be a little bit of the nerves right there. I'm sure he felt pressed for time as well. The blue's going to be back, and he easily picks that one up. DK DK gonna equalize up top with 5 points, but Endy going to win the spawn off the bottom.
A little bit of an interesting last red.
Yeah, DK going to win this spawn pretty decisively as a result. Let's see what he can do on these spawns. Trying to super speed in there, it's not going to work out, but it is going
Still
to
wants the spawn.
be a spawn win for him. They're so far apart on this next spawn, it's really going to come down to who's closer. This time it's going to be Endy once again. He's now gotten this blue 3 times.
I believe so.
And DK really has not done terribly well with the blues on this map. Nice slow down by DK there. That's a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah.
Game for Endy right now. Okay, trying to get to the blast, but can't do it. Endy's gonna have blast
Doesn't seem
edge.
to be.
And yeah, that's gonna be a pretty easy spawn win. Although he is gonna be back to this way, but yeah, he messes up the super speed there. We're going far. And DK doesn't share the mega, so he can't really try and go bowling on Endy, but Endy is not going to connect with both yellows, so damage mitigation there for DK. And the blue is back, Endy has a clean shot at it, and DK is not even going to try, knowing that Endy probably got the advantage there, although he did have super speed. Should just be a tie overall in the spawn, and this blue that's the bane of DK's existence is back, and it's once again going to go solo to Endy, who is always prepared with a line on it, no matter where he's standing. And that blue, on its own, is very likely to decide this game, you have to say.
Another blue?
DK gets that uncontested, so that's pretty important for him. He's going to bounce over the yellow. Maybe Endy gave him the benefit of the doubt, though. Mega Marble coming in, and Mega Marble War back! And he's still going to recover to get the yellow, so 15-point game right here with a little more than a minute to play. Spawn maybe closer to DK. Doesn't connect with the Mega, though he's pretty close to making the swing work. Oh, DK with much better momentum to this spawn can roll down the hill and actually just uses the blast instead of jumping to easily secure those. Can he slow down though? He's gonna get a nice ultra blast on Endy there. Struggling a little bit with the Mega, but he's done well to close up this game. Connects with Endy on the Mega
It's
again.
Endy back towards the spawn.
Yeah, but it was a wall, so not disaster. And he's gonna go for the default. He's done a great job at closing up these games, actually, despite being more of an early game player. But that's gonna be a very unfortunate swing. Endy messes up too. Endy completely goes out of bounds. And wait, DK's taking the closer respawn as a result of that error, and he has a lead in this game.
Oh my goodness.
Who can make the sweep happen here? DK actually going to slow down and be calm and collected. He can pick up this red. He's going to tie on that spawn. And he's going to pick that up, and we have the top spawn. DK slows down. He falls off, and he stays on. He's going to camp this one, but it's only worth 1 red. It's going to be a 5-point game with DK having prep advantage, and the yellow spawn is here.
Here's 6 points.
It is, and what can DK get? He gets it! He gets the last red!
DK
He
wins by
wins
1
by 1 point! What just happened?
Wow!
DK has won Lupus by 1 point, and he's won Sprawl by 1 point against Endy to take us to a game 5.
Woo! Phenomenal game. Absolute cinema. Here we go. Whew. Shit.
1 point wonder. Get a blue challenge, impossible. Yeah.
So now we... Oh, wait. Game 5. I guess we don't have to leave.
It depends on server selection here.
Yeah.
We're going to Hillsborough. He's off to get server advantage.
Advantage. Okay, interesting.
Core going to be immediately forced to be banned by Endy there because DK actually picked it in his last match, so That's gonna
Huh.
get Evans in this draft.
Yeah.
Ooh,
DK slime
Foundry.
text.
All of these are very good Endy maps, you have to say.
Mhm.
It's going to be DK's choice between Nadir and Foundry. I think he's been pretty good at Nadir, but he's going to opt to go to Foundry.
Interesting. DK going for the generational aura play. Gonna try to beat Endy at his own map.
That was a very fast draft as well. Neither of those players put too much thought into weighing the considerations of each map.
I think they just want to get going. DK wants to get going after his comeback and keep that momentum.
It is a momentum thing so often.
It is
in
a momentum
series.
thing. My gosh.
I've been very impressed with his ability to come back from a deficit after it was looking doomed, especially on Sprawl there.
I know. He was down by 20 at one
He
point.
kept a very cool head on a lot of those later spawns with the blast off of the top red tower and then camping the triple yellow, which did eventually pay out.
All right. Okay. Yeah, well, let me double check. Yes, it is. Okay. Here we go.
Ready. Set.
Blue off the bat, and he's definitely had the superior blue game today. But they're going to share it. Well done by them to get there at the same time. DK fumbling a little bit. They're both going to get the blast and the super speed, crucially.
Both get the blast. DK's going to sit at the ramp.
And that's going to reward him. He's going to wait. He's going to wait with the blast advantage, and they're going to play chicken here. I'm not sure if Endy actually has a blast. And I wonder how long we're going to spend here. It's going to be both of them blast. Wait, DK stays on! What? Oh my god, he stays there! And Endy maybe reflecting on putting such a spawn in his map after a play like that. Oh, it's some Mega Marble action.
Brutal Mega.
DK with an 8-point lead here on Endy's map. Let's see if he can keep it going. Next one coming in now. Quite close to both of them. DK has a blast. Not necessarily the best line to the spawn, though. You're going to share a lot of that. And DK again positioning here. It's going to be a very far spawn, though, and he's a lot closer to this one. DK not going to be able to stick the landing. He does hold on to a narrow lead, and he is going to be a lot closer on this spawn. He can go in and super speed out if he wants to, but he misses the chain of reds. It's a very far blue spawn. DK can't quite make it up, so I hear a gyrocopter. That should be another free blue for Endy. Almost a very clean backboard play into that one, and Endy takes the lead. Both of them going for this far spawn again. Endy much better control. DK gonna pick up the last red. Endy already has the super speed. Endy's done a very, very good job over these past few spawns to take the lead.
Oh, great spawn for DK. Wow.
Yeah, those yellows just materialized in front of them. And DK doing a great job on these yellows now. And whoa, what a fantastic super speed to turn that around. And he has great momentum for his next spawn. Endy coming from the other side. We have both of them into the castle. They're going for the same line. And Endy super speed's back here. That's going to leave him without one to get here. Let's see who can make it first. They're going to come from the opposite side yet again. And Endy getting really fancy with it, picking those up. Tries to make a DK that does connect. He's going to get an ultra blast. Let's see if he can get up here. There's no blue on this spawn. DK goes with the super speed. That is going to get him here. And does win the spawn. Endy gets the blast to himself, though. DK once again going to bet on the spawn over here, but it is instead very far. This should be a good one for Endy. He just sniped the yellow off of him. And Endy finishes out the spawn.
DK is stuck down there a little bit, but incredible nice stop.
Yeah, nice landing. DK gets the yellow uncontested, so this is a very close game between both players here. Going for the blast plus the wall hit, pick up those reds, and we're going back over here. I'm pretty sure DK does not have the ultra blast, so it's in his best interest to go very quickly. Oh, he stays on with the super speed, but that is not going to be enough, and he does win the spawn. 6-point lead, 1 minute to go. Next one pretty far. Let's see if we can make it work. It's going to be Endy that gets the yellow, but DK closer to some of these reds. And he can't get up there, so DK going to win this spawn, has the Mega Marble, doesn't connect onto Endy. And he's going to be at the bottom here. He does find an Ultra Blast. This could be a good spot for him if he can bounce off the wall effectively. It's kind of hard to do. He's going to go in at a nice angle and take the lead of this game. 30 seconds to go. 1 point win for DK
1 point.
if this holds. And he ties it up with some expires. There's a lot of time until this next spawn. DK is going to let him go back for it. This is entirely going to be luck based on this next spawn, and it's going to be Endy. He takes the last ride, he gambles on it, and he gets it. DK spends the blast. No one can get back here quickly. It's all the way across at the end of the map. Who's going to come? It's going to be Endy. And that's going to be Endy securing the game on that last ride. DK took the gamble. He let Endy opt in, and he's going to be punished for that one.
Wow.
There is a blue, but the gap is too big. DK's going to grab that, but it's going to be GG, 113 to 104 on Foundry. Really came down to that repeat spawn on top of Endy.
Yep. That's really what it came down to. It was so intense.
Yeah, great showing from both of these players. And another great match today. Welcome, Endy. How are you feeling after that very intense series?
That was a lot, man.
You took a gamble and it paid off.
There's like so much, like with him, I feel like it could literally go either way, even down to like the last second. It's clearly he won 2 games by like 1 whole point because I was time wasting or trying to time waste anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, intense.
Wow.
Walk me through some of those 1 point wins on Lupus and Sprawl. Like, did you think you had this wrapped up once you started getting the momentum? Like, did you think that you could still come back and maybe underestimated him, or did you just play better?
That is absolutely what happened with Lupus. At least I wasn't really paying attention to the scoreboard, and by the time I noticed that we were tied, he was already on his way to that last gem. Sprawl, I think he just played the better game, honestly. He played that last spawn better than I did. I think I just tried to... I think I sent it for a single yellow when I should have stayed on the spawn. But... no, that was deserved. I admire his ability to stay completely level-headed until the very last second.
Yeah, definitely some impressive
I would like
comebacks
to
for
do
him.
that. Absolutely, yeah.
And then how did you feel about Foundry being the decider, which is a map that you made, and also there were so many instances of like blast chicken there as well.
I thought it was kind of funny, but I was also a little worried because I didn't know how he would play this map. But I also know that I put maybe a little too much blast and mega marbles on there, and that's kind of what he likes to do. So I was definitely worried about it. I think that moment in the game where we were on that slide spawn and we were both just staring at each other for like a solid minute was pretty funny.
That was pretty funny.
What were you thinking when you picked up the red that really decided it in that back castle section that repeat spawned on you? Were you opting into an intentional 50-50, or did you it was just another spawn for you?
I saw they were all dead gyms, right? Or there was 1 dead gym on the slide, and there was 2 of the
2 that weren't expired.
Yeah, that's the spawn where I was like, okay, the clock is ticking. He's getting pretty close. He's gonna time waste. I have to like run up the clock somehow. I have to like gamble for a different spawn, and it was honestly a lot of luck that next spawn was right in front of me, and I was able to win that slide.
Mm-hmm.
That absolutely bailed me out for sure, but.
Cool. Well, this now does several things for the challenger standings. The top 4 are locked in, so Miss Johnson first. This secures you second with the win over DK, who takes third, and then Jacob in fourth. So how do you feel about your overall performance in this division, securing second?
I'm pretty happy with that, honestly. I just came to play, and I didn't really have any expectation on where I would end up, but I knew it would like. I was trying. Obviously, you want to like shoot for high, right? I was hoping like top 3, so I'm pretty happy with second.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Our next match is in 10 minutes. Ega versus Icarus, so that'll be another good one.
Oh boy.